But I mean, if you look at talking about social protection and even gender issues, how would you evaluate the current state of gender and social protection policies, and which areas do you think require urgent attention as we speak? Even in the face of the bill just passed, the affirmative action bill just passed, yeah.
Yes. First, I'll go on social protection. Social protection has unfortunately been politicized by the NPP. Just last week, I got a report where they have defaulted in leave payments for some time, and now they're giving some of the beneficiaries, they're actually telling them to vote for NPP. What we avoided as NDC was to politicize social protection in interventions, and I would say that should be stopped. There's a need to ensure that to address and reduce poverty and to create that safety net and cushion for the poor and vulnerable in Ghana, there's a need for consistent, sustained payment of the LEAP, that every 2 months, this woman in Zabzugu or this woman in Bukom or this widow or pensioner knows that he or she is going to receive her LEAP payment so that she can plan around that. That is not happening. So social protection has been poorly managed. We saw what happened during COVID, when, notwithstanding the fact that we had the household registry, that could straight off provide data for the NPP government to use to target the vulnerable people who are suffering under COVID. What did they do? They were not able to distribute the dry rations and packages. They prepared food, and it was a big mess. We all saw what happened. So we have retrogressed in terms of providing a safety net for the poor and vulnerable. And so you can see poverty has increased. Unemployment is now 14.7%. And that has a direct bearing on the livelihood of Ghanaians, has a direct bearing on hardships faced. If we look at food inflation, it's gone up. How is the NPP government addressing this and ensuring that that orphan, that disabled person, that woman who worked in the informal sector and doesn't have a pension, how are they being provided for? It is the responsibility of the government of Ghana to do that. So that is my pain now with the legacy we left NPP as far as social protection is concerned and what is occurring now. Right. With respect to the affirmative action bill, I'm really excited that it has finally been passed. And if you look at the NDC manifesto and agenda, you find out that we have committed to implementing and operationalizing the Act. What we're going to do is that we're going to provide resources for the Gender Equality Committee to be able to work. We are also going to support the key stakeholders, the judiciary, the armed forces, public services, civil servants, the civil service, and the Electoral Commission, and also private sector and civil society organizations, for us to reach the 30% minimum target of women representation in all these sectors, as per Schedule 1, Schedule A of the Act. So we have committed to this in our manifesto, and we have generally committed to a minimum of 30% representation for all political offices under the next NDC government.